Welcome to Ravens Over. Please subscribe to my channel, also notification bell, like this video and share. Today I have a disagreement with a guy who is trans attracted and a few other guys that's trans attracted. But my thing is this: do black lives only matter to black people, or is it just certain colors? Is it certain melanin in your skin? Because it seems like black people always find another way to discriminate against their own. And at the end of the day, we're still being murdered out here. What is it that we have to do to scream to the top of our lungs to let you know we're being discriminated against? Do trans lives matter if it's one of your family members that haven't been murdered? Because at the end of the day, we still are getting killed. Now, remind you, we're out here trying to find jobs, but there's a bill that's been set, Religious Discrimination Bill in 2019. Now, a bill for an act related to discrimination on the grounds of religious beliefs or activity in the related purposes. That means you could discriminate against someone that you don't want them to work for in the LGBTQ because you feel as though it goes against your religious belief. I don't like the way you do certain things with that person. You shouldn't be that type of way. I don't like you to be working here, and I won't be sued or anything. I can discriminate against you in the way I want to discriminate against you, and I will not go in for I will not have repercussions, which means that the trans woman or trans man basically have to go out and do sex work. Go back outside into the streets, maybe even murder, because the murder is already waiting for her or him out there. And still, reality is, we are still being killed. Now, let's ask yourself, would this story be the same story if that was your mother out there being killed, or your daughter, or your sister? Will you still have the conversation when your family member is not coming home? Let's share the conversation. Let's talk about it. Welcome to
Hey, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? Are you getting it in? Somebody getting it for you? What's going on, people?
Subscribe to my channel. What's going on, people? It is a day of another day that we call Saturday. And with it being said, what's going on, people? Hopefully everybody's doing everything as far as being safe in this world we're living in, and knocking down doors and making your dreams come true and practicing ignore. Now I want to talk to you about something that I do not like to talk about, because I've gotten to arguments and stuff about this as far as two-spirit women getting jobs, or maybe even two-spirit men, whatever the case may be. If it applies to you, you could comment below. If you are a cisgender man who is trans attracted, or basically have a conversation with us to, I guess, give your opinion on how we deliver our lives, walk into society and stuff, and you don't quite get it, then I think you should really sit down and shut up. Or what you can do is get a nice pair of heels, get a wig, get a dress, and walk outside the front door. Let's start at that point there first. Because at that point, you realize everything a girl goes through when she walks out that door. A lot of y'all are so much of a coward. You could get the backlash of what you would do to me, but when it says show and prove, you won't walk out that door. And God forbid you have to stand at a bus stop and wait, a bus stop and wait. Now, you're a two-spirit woman that's not as passable, or whatever the case may be. Obviously, your life is much more at risk, because the simple fact of the matter is that you get teased or picked upon and a target of something very negative and stuff. A lot of times men that are trans attracted basically don't quite understand those experiences that we go through, but they do give their opinion. Whenever you're the kind of guy that basically been locked up, incarcerated, a felon and stuff like that, you should be more empathy when it comes down to us. But a lot of times y'all seem to forget y'all struggle when it comes down to what y'all been through, and y'all say, well, if I've done it, y'all should be able to do it too. You're still a cisgender man that basically goes outside, lives as a man. No one knows your background, no one knows the things you've been through until they do the background check, or maybe you decide you want to share the information with them. When we walk through the door, it is in their face. Rest in peace, my sisters. Rest in peace. All murdered for living in their truth. Everybody has an opinion on how we should live our life and how we should move and stuff like that. But the thing about it gets me with some of you, and not all of you, y'all don't get it. And this is the difference between meeting men online versus meeting men in person. Meeting men online is detrimental to your health. That means their vision of everything of you kind of comes from porn or a negative environment and stuff, and they see you as a man. Even though you can present yourself as a woman, or basically they see a woman, but reality is that they still see the man. They don't want to say that to you, but reality, that's what they're saying. They place these negative thoughts inside of your head. Now let's talk about reality men. Reality men is when you go out to public and stuff like that. You don't get the negative feedback. You don't get those negative things that these men online have implanted in your head. That sometimes you have to detox from your brainwashing way from him, what he's done to you, what society's telling you, so something totally different. And I learned that myself. My thing is this. The girls have to do sex work, and it's not like she wants to do it. Well, she can get a job like everybody else. Well, like I said before, let's put it to a test. You walk outside, you put on everything like a woman, shave, whatever the case may be, and you go get a job. And you say, I want you to sit in it. Sit in it for 30 days. And I want to see how your storyline will change. When all of a sudden you look at it as a mental person and maybe you're crazy, something's wrong with you because you got some type of mental disease, stuff like that. You don't realize that. But I'm going to tell you what y'all do. You could commit a crime, you could kill somebody, and they will hire you for a job. Because that's not so bad. Because everybody wants to kill somebody sometime, so they have empathy for you. A lot of times when it comes to courtrooms and stuff like that, the courtroom is filled with families who basically kill somebody, stuff like that. But when it comes to a two-spirit woman, stuff like that, a lot of times that family's not even there. In fact, a lot of the families don't even know that their child is on the street living underneath the bridge, or it may even been murdered. They don't even know their child was even murdered. All for the simple fact of the matter is living in their truth. But the man who sits there or the woman who killed someone, your family is supportive. They're still there with you. Hell, you can get a job even though you murdered someone. They got companies, stuff like that, second chance, stuff like that. And, you know, basically get you a job that's helping you. When it comes to us, it's called Religious Freedom Act. That means I have a personal problem with you working with me because you're crazy. Y'all don't know that the levels of the humiliation and discrimination that we go through. Oh, y'all in the bathroom, y'all can do all this different type of things, stuff like that. And that's not how we've been moved. We've been in the bathroom for years. But at the end of the day, you don't go through that because it's kind of like a slap in the face of slavery, reoccurring back over again with the two-spirit women and the two-spirit women. But y'all don't get that because you're not going through it. It's kind of like walking my shoes. Until you walk in my shoes, you don't really understand my struggle, what I'm going through. Just because you got this don't mean you understand all of it. And the thing that hurts me even more so is that if you're a black person and stuff, you already know the struggle. Now just imagine you walk out the door another way than you were born. Now let's imagine how much worse that it gets for you to stand in your truth and fight back. Now to go to one of y'all to either ask y'all for transportation or some money to help us along the way and no form of prostitution, you feel as though that's a form of sex work to you, but at the end of the day, you don't mind fucking us. You don't mind help. You have a problem with not all men, but a lot of you have a problem helping us. You feel a certain kind of way to reach into your pocket to help us. See, once was a woman named Harriet Tubman that freed a lot of slaves. It was a woman, not a man.
Her name was Harriet Tubman. The date of birth is 1820 in Dorchester County, Maryland. Date and place of death on March the 10th, 1913, Auburn, New York. Background: Harriet Tubman was born a slave. Her parents named her Armetta Mitty Ross. She changed her name at 1849 when she escaped. Now, Harriet Tubman was wanted dead and alive. Harriet Moses Tubman, Negro slave, about 5 feet tall, scars on her neck and her deep scar on her forehead. Plain woman, looks harmless but carries a gun. I freed thousands of slaves. I could have freed thousands more if they would have known they weren't slaves. Wanted for helping slaves escape on the Underground Railroad. I freed 1,000 of slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if they only knew they were slaves. So it took a woman to stand in the forefront to help, as we do now.
And it gets to me so sad that so many black men don't have a backbone to stand in your truth. You're going to live your whole life hiding and running and sneaking. And at the end of the day, you have to do that because that's the way you move in your life and stuff like that. But if a girl like me sit up there that's trying to do the things and the struggle walking out that door, you could be more supportive than what you are. And your opinion as far as tearing us down does not help us. Maybe you don't understand the struggle. We're more than just a bounce on top of the bed and leave your little cum inside of a condom, inside of a garbage can as you walk out the door to go to your wife, your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, whatever the case may be, that those stories you shared for us to come to see us is not exactly the truth. We live in our truth. that door any day. We could be executed. But at the today, a lot of girls have already been executed. A lot of y'all didn't even give a fuck that she's even dead in the ground. You act like you didn't even know her. You didn't even contribute to the funeral. Too afraid that you were afraid that you would be outed by being there, or caring about somebody who cried and hurt over you because they loved you that much. Even though you said you loved them, but down there in their death, you don't even want to see them in the coffin. Because you wasn't man enough to stand and hear the truth. You could have stopped a whole lot of things. You decided not to because you felt as though that would make you less of a man. But yet still you didn't feel like you was less of a man. Was in between her legs, doing everything as far as fellatios between her legs and not yours. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to her death, you act like you don't even know her. Hell, you even look at the paper and act like, who's that? Knowing that her blood, her stain is on your DNA, but at the end of the day, you don't care. But you go home to your wife, and you act like you never know nothing ever happened. And I find it to be amazing how y'all move. But the thing about it is that everybody gets a turn. What's down at the bottom will rise to the top. Like women was once couldn't vote, they rise to the top. Two spirit women and two spirit men is at the bottom right now, and they're going to rise to the top. And I'm going to guarantee you one thing, we will not forget what y'all done to us when we was at the bottom. We will not forget how you murdered us and you killed us and you walked away and act like you don't know a damn thing that happened to us. We will not forget. Because the tables are going to turn. Trust and believe. Everybody gets a turn. Anyway, I just wanted to share this with you as far as the comparison, that I'm sick of this comparison. Well, y'all can do this, y'all can do that. Well, if you want to prove your point, put on a dress, some heels, go stand at the bus stop and go apply for a job. And I mean a bunch of jobs. And for 30 days, stay in character. Don't come out of it. Run deep in it. Don't do no fake shit that you in it in 1 minute you running home like a little bitch. That's what y'all do. And stay all the way in it until it's officially over for 30 days. Let's see how it works out. Anyway, like I said before, subscribe to my channel, comment below, let me know how you feel about this video. Let you know I love you. And thank you for watching. Catch the Rain.
All right now. Come on, Raven. His heart
if you want to donate to this
me.
channel, there is a PayPal on top.
His
All
heart
donations
being
welcome,
me.
whether it's $1 to $5.
Be
Let's
me.
keep the conversation going. Support shows that support you.
It's hard being me. It's hard being me. It's hard being me. Be me.
Like I said before, subscribe to my channel. At the top there's an Instagram button. If you follow me, I'll follow you back. There also is a PayPal up there if you want to give a donation to help build this channel. Comment below, let me know how you feel about this video. Because a lot of times people just take us as a joke. We're not really real people. And sometimes we have to put a message and give them a see and say. Comment below, let me know how you feel about this video. Share it everywhere you can. Love you. Love you.